Manchester United, a global sporting institution, one of the most valuable and widely supported teams on the planet. But for them, last season was one to forget. The historically poor Premier League finish of 15th saw the club slump to new lows. But with new manager Ruben Amorim in place and a massive summer rebuild underway, the club and its fans are hoping for a positive start. The arrival of new signings has brought a wave of optimism, but the pressure to perform from the outset is intense. At the heart of it all is the club's captain, Bruno Fernandes. The Portuguese midfielder has remained a talismanic figure, and despite strong links to a massive money move to Saudi Arabia, Bruno chose to stay put in Manchester, one constant in a season of change. Ahead of the Premier League's return, which is available only on Stan Sport, Bruno has opened up in an exclusive interview with the Sydney Morning Herald's Vince Rugari, whose voice you'll hear in this video asking Bruno the questions. This is Bruno Fernandes, unfiltered and in his own words.
Beautiful. Bruno, thanks for your time, mate. Wish I was there with you guys, but I'm here in freezing Sydney instead. World's smallest violin. Are you happy with how things sit? You know, the season's almost here. You guys have had a pretty busy pre-season, some incomings as well, and the matches that you've seen. Are you happy?
No, very happy. Obviously, we had a good pre-season. It was important for us to get together, to spend some time together. You know, like in the pre-season tour, the energy was very good. Now we just have to bring this to the Premier League, and obviously it's almost there, and we're very excited to the beginning of it.
Are you happy as well with the incomings? In particular, you know, the club's brought in a whole new front line, basically. Some really well-credentialed players. Will they provide some of the things that you guys were perhaps missing last season?
Oh, they're different players of what we had before, so it will improve the team. Obviously, we brought players that have scored some goals, that have goals in it. Players with players with experience in the Premier League. As Mateus and Brian, obviously we've brought Benjamin now that hasn't experienced the Premier League, but is someone very experienced in the world of football. I've played against him in the Euros also. It's someone very exciting for us, and putting them three together with everything we had already from last season will give big competition to everyone, and everyone will be fighting for their position into the team.
How do you reflect on that last season and sort of how it went so wrong? Does it feel like a bit of an anomaly for you guys that it wasn't really reflective of where you guys think you are or should be? No,
the season was bad, but it's over. It's in the past. Not much that we can do about it now. We've looked at what we have to make it different in the beginning of the pre-season. We've been improving every aspect that we think we had to improve. Obviously, I think the main thing for us is scoring more goals, concede less, because in that aspect we were not at our best level, and that's what's going to give you more wins in the Premier League. And obviously, I think was small details that we have to adjust, not just as a tactical principle, but also as a team, as a group. And we've been doing that, and obviously we're going forward with a different mentality now, because it's a new beginning, a fresh start. So we have a new chance to make it different.
What do you think is possible then this season?
It's possible to win against Arsenal. That's everything that is in my mind. I'm not looking forward too far ahead. We want to bring this club as high as possible, as soon as possible, but my main focus and the focus of the team is in the game against Arsenal, and that's all that matters at the moment.
Fair enough. Is it difficult when you're a club as big as United to, I guess, rebuild in a short period of time when there's so much pressure, not only from you guys on the inside, but everyone around the world on the club? It seems to me most clubs in the Premier League find it pretty difficult to rebuild and sort of meet those expectations, but you sort of need to go through a painful period in order to rebuild. You know what I mean?
Expectations at this club are always high. It doesn't matter if you rebuild or not. And then one of the things is, like at Manchester United, is no time for rebuild. You just have to start strong again, and that's all. Because No one will be saying that you need to rebuild. We can talk a lot about that. We need to give time and whatever. At Man United, time doesn't exist. You have to do it now, and we're ready for that. We're ready for the moment. We're ready to do everything we have to do to win the game against Arsenal. We will prepare ourselves in the best way possible to play against one of the strongest team in the Premier League in the last few years, and we're gonna do it in the best way possible. And we want to win that game, and our main focus has to be all in that and not in everything that surrounds us.
With the attitude that you're bringing there, I would imagine you had a big decision yourself to make in the off season with the approach from Al Hilal, but maybe it wasn't such a big decision. You seem pretty focused on everything that's in front of you right now. Did that make it easy to dismiss that approach?
No, it doesn't make any difference. I always said I know how tough it was on the club to make the decision of me staying, because I know numbers matter the most in football, and obviously it was a big number that the club could get from me at 30 years of age. Not many players have got that chance to not many clubs have that chance to sell a player for that amount at this time and moment of my career. So I know how tough it was for the club, but for me, my aim was always staying here and give back to the club, because my dream was always to play for Man United and play in the Premier League. I still think that I can do that in my best way. I think I can still help the club. I still think that I have much to give, and my aim was always to stay at the club. When I spoke with the president of Al Hilal, I spoke with him once, and I told him I've never thought about leaving. I appreciate your call. Whatever you want to do or not, you can talk with the club, because I've always said if the club wanted to sell me, then yes, I had to make a decision. But if the club doesn't, I don't have to make a decision, because my aim is to stay here. I know some people could see it in a good way, some people in a wrong way. It was a lot of money for me too, but it is what it is. People make decisions in their lives. I won't regret it, because this is the place I want to be, and this is the place where I want to be successful also.
Excellent. I know you said before that you're not thinking too far ahead, but I wonder if, especially as captain, for everything that your rivals in Manchester have done over the years, I still don't think they command global attention in the same way that Man United does. Do you ever think about, or sort of, in quieter moments, maybe dream about the feeling that there might be if and when you're able to help this club return, I guess, to the top of the mountain where everyone thinks it should belong?
No, but that's been my aim since I came to the club. I've never hid from that. I always said I want to win the Premier League with this club. I want to win the Champions League. I want to win every competition that I'm involved with the club. But obviously, I don't look at my rivals in that way. Obviously, I hate to see them successful. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, one team has to win, and if we don't win, someone else will win. So my aim, as I said to you, will always to be winning everything I have ahead. But what I have ahead is Arsenal, and that's all I can win at the moment. I can't think, as I said to you, I would love to think far ahead and saying like, oh, I will win the Premier League. I want to win the Premier League. Yes, of course I want to win. Who doesn't? I think every football club in this league and every football player in this league wants to win it, and it doesn't matter for which club they're playing for. But my aim now has to be Arsenal, has to be the main focus, because getting that 3 points will put me closer for what I want in the future.
Fair enough. What are the things that give you so much confidence in Ruben in terms of him being the right man to take you on that journey?
I don't know. It's difficult to explain. Obviously, you won't have a player here saying that he doesn't trust the manager or whatever, but to be honest, I really enjoy working under him. He's someone that's been improving my game a lot. And not only that, I think the way he thinks football, the way he sees football, the way he lives football is it's very similar to the way I think and I live football. So I can see something good incoming for the team, and the way he behaves, the way he treats people, the way he treats the players, the way he makes us aware that everyone has a chance with him if you do things right. I think is the way you have to do it in a football club, and he's not scared and afraid of of making big decisions and big calls. And I think when you are coach for these clubs and big clubs, you have to be able of doing that, and you have to be able of have big balls to make big decisions in some moments.
Yeah. Do you appreciate as well his bluntness sometimes? Like when there are bad moments, he will not hide, he won't sugarcoat. He'll say, there were times, I think he said last season, owned up, is the worst season. He doesn't do that. As players, you guys see the same things. Do you like it when the coach reflects that?
He wasn't wrong. It was our worst season. So what we can do saying that he was wrong and be upset or whatever? No, he's right. It was our worst season. We had a very bad season. Everyone is aware of that. No one was happy with it. Obviously, he's the one that has to face the media more times, and is the one that has to talk more times about it. So it's tough on him. It's difficult on him because obviously he knows that everything he says is going to become a big highlight for everyone. But for us in the dressing room, we have to understand that because he says it to us. If he would go to the press and says it in front of the press and not saying anything to us or saying whatever he feels, whatever he thinks, then I will be concerned and I will be worried and I will probably not like it. But he does it and he says it, everything in front of us, whatever he has to say. And sometimes life is tough. You have to deal with it. And playing for this for this club, I hope that never was someone that thought would be easy, because if you want to play for the biggest club in the world, you have to deal with a lot of things, and you have to be capable of.
That's right. How's the new digs, by the way, the training facility? Does that give you maybe 1% extra in the season to know that you guys have a facility to match the stature of the club? No,
obviously it gives a fresh start for us also in terms of having a new space, having different things to do. Also for the team, we have some space where the players can be together, spend some time together, being more time at the training ground also. We have a lot new things to do in terms of recovery also, that has changed a lot. I think one of the things that Sir Jim spoke about it was the natural light into the building that makes, I know it's a small detail, a small thing that could not matter, makes a such big difference for the people that work here, because they have to be here a very long time, and for them to be close in a space where they can't see natural light is very difficult. And I think people that work in an office, they always talk about this, that brings more sadness and more not as a good environment to work for. So I think also for our physios, for our staff, is gonna be a much nicer space for them to be working with, and we're very looking forward to use all the spaces they have created for us and for all the people that work here.
Excellent. Last couple, mate. Just wanted to ask, slightly away from United, but obviously it's a World Cup year, a big 12 months for every international footballer. What does that change, if anything, in terms of the way you approach the season, knowing there's something enormous at the end of it? No,
it won't change anything. It doesn't change anything, because I always give and make everything as strong as possible, 100%. I never think about what's something that could happen or whatever. I want to be as at my best level for the full season to get into the World Cup. First of all, to get into the list, because Portugal is growing and growing and growing, and we have more talents coming through. And even knowing that I've been a name that's been there for quite a long time, I don't give my place there for guaranteed. So I want to be at the best level as I can be to get into the World Cup, and then also to get there in the way I can help my national team to achieve great things.
Great. And just finally, look, I'm personally glad you said no to Saudi Arabia, because I think your friend Juan Mata did some work on you maybe some months ago about potentially coming down here to Australia one day in the future. I know you guys talk a little bit. Is that something that you've given any more thought to?
No, I don't have that in mind. As I said to you, like I also in my life, I don't look too far ahead. I like to enjoy the moment. Is a very beautiful place, because he's sent me loads of videos, not when it's cold like now that he told me, but when it's sunny and he has time to spend, to play some golf, he goes to the beach, all these things to make me a little bit more sad of being in rainy Manchester. But He spoke a lot of good things about Australia, about the people, the environment, the space, and everything. So it's for sure a place that we'll go to visit for sure with him. I hope he pays for the flight for me to go there and stay at his house. But obviously is a place that I've been there with the club, and we really enjoy at the time, even if it was a little bit rainy the day we played there against. I'm trying to remember now. Was the team Aston Villa? I think we played there and was raining a lot. But obviously, I want to go there and enjoy also the sunny time. And who knows in the future if the chance comes and I'm in the mood to go and play in Australia. Who knows?
I'm not selling it right. It is cold, but it's not Manchester cold. So I think you'll survive.
Okay, so better now.
All good. Yeah. Listen, we'll leave it there. Thanks so much, Bruno. Good luck for the start of the season.
Thank you very much.
All the best, and thanks everyone.
Thank you. Appreciate it.